Store-bought cards can feel a bit impersonal. There's something so special about receiving a card that was actually hand-painted. Today we're going to paint this vintage-style gingerbread man. I'm painting this on a folded watercolor card, but you can also do this in your sketchbook as well. We're using a simple wet-on-wet trick that makes getting that baked texture incredibly easy. I'm using the line and wash method because it dries fast and looks like a professional illustration. Let's make a card. We're going to outline our cute little gingerbread man. I have my card taped down to a board. That keeps the paper from buckling. We'll just let him dry a second. Okay, we'll just lightly get rid of the pencil marks. Okay, I'm just going to wet everything except for the bow tie, the mouth, and the white frosting. I've got quite a bit of paint still in my brush, but that's okay because that's the color we're going to go over it with anyway. And we're going to give this a minute just to sink in a little. We don't want water running around. Actually, the head's looking pretty good. All right, by the time we start painting on the head, the rest will be good. So I'm just dropping in some color. Keep in mind, you want to work fairly fast. Go to the next area that you wet because you don't want part of it starting to dry out. This is just burnt sienna. Okay, I'm going to mix a little thicker and darker brown. Ooh, that's way too dark. Start adding it on the side that has more shadow. And I'm just dropping it in. I'm just touching my brush and releasing paint. I want to get some thicker burnt sienna as well, that bright. And you know what? I can see his head is starting to dry out, so gonna have to be careful. Keep a watch on your paint. Don't let areas dry out, because if they do, then you can't drop into them. So I'm trying to keep them all pretty consistent. If you have big batches of water, like I've got a few little puddles here, just pick them up with the tip of your brush. That way you won't get a back run. And I don't want him to be completely flat. So if you notice, I'm looking, you can see where he's still wet, because if he's not, you cannot keep putting color in. Oh, and if you get a big blob like that, just take it to the end and grab it. There we go, because that will cause a back run. Okay, let's grab some thicker paint again. If you're putting paint onto wet paint, your paint has to be thicker than the paint that was there before. That way it doesn't have too much water. I'm going to just dry that. His eyes and his buttons are going to be black, so we can start just grabbing some ultramarine blue, and I'm just going to paint that over top of the burnt sienna. Give us a light kind of bluey black. So let's get some nice Christmas red, and we will just do these. And we'll do his little mouth. Let's just mix up a little green. And I'll just paint it all the one value first, and then we'll put some darker on it after for shadow. Oh yeah, he's cute. Red and green, very Christmassy. Just gonna dry that quickly. Grab a tiny bit of blue. Actually, I'll grab it right here. And I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of this red, just to make a dulled down red. That's a little better. And we are just going to go along the bottom, just so it's not so solid. And we'll put a little shadow here under his mouth. And you see how painting the blue over top of the burnt sienna, it looks like a blue-gray. So we're going to take the burnt sienna. We're not going to make it as watery. Actually, there's quite a bit right here. A little bit of the blue, a little more of the blue. I want it to be a nice cool black. Oh, there we go. See how it starts to look blue? Blue-black, that's good. So I am just going to do the bottom parts of the buttons. The lights hitting the buttons. Just give them a little bit of highlight. Same with the eyes. I'm just going to mix a little bit of darker green. I'm going to rinse my brush, make it damp. I'm just going to soften that. I'm softening the edge. There, just like that. So now I'm going to take just some of my blue. I'm going to make it quite watery. Grab some of this. I want like a blue-gray. Make sure your brush doesn't have too much water on it. Now we're going to put a tiny little shadow where the cookie's hitting the countertop or plate or whatever it is he's laying on. So this is all I'm doing, is I'm just going like this, and I'm gonna do a little bit at a time. Rinse my brush, make it just barely damp, come back and just pull the edge. Just gonna keep going this way. Make sure you dab. I'm dabbing my brush off on a piece of paper towel every time after. Maybe we'll do a little bit right here, just to kind of give it a hint. Just a smidge right there. You don't have to do all the way around it. You're just hinting at it's sitting on something. So do you see how now that's not floating in the midair? Just a couple little things to do, and we have a wonderful little snowman card. A white Derwent drawing pencil works. Let's just do little white there, little white there, little white on the button, little white on the button, little white on the button. Now for the most satisfying part, removing the tape. And there it is, a vintage style hand-painted card that is ready to be mailed. It has that classic storybook look, but you made it yourself. I have a whole set of vintage designs waiting for you right here.